Good morning. I am Theodore Roosevelt. One day the White House gang had been playing in the mud and were covered from head to heel. They were passing through the long east corridor to make some attempt at drying and cleaning themselves before going home. In this corridor were a number of locked cabinets which contained a collection of White House china. It had been meticulously collected by Mrs. Roosevelt, and she had labeled each piece from the previous administrations. These were priceless historical artifacts. But to the gang, the fact that the cabinets were locked gave them a particular charm. One member of the gang, Edward Stead, his nickname was Slats. He had a major passion for collecting keys. He had an enormous key ring on which he had faith that eventually one of those keys would unlock a great treasure. "Slats," Quentin said hopefully, looking at one of the cabinets. "Your keys, maybe?" Slats tried many keys, and eventually a slim little key opened two of the cabinets. "That's perfect," Quentin said, reaching in with muddy fingers and taking out 3 cups and saucers. These he piled one on top of another in exchange for 3 from the other cabinet. The effect amused the gang vastly, and they proceeded to effect further exchanges. The cabinet looked now as though there had not been enough pieces of a kind to make a complete exhibit, and that any old thing had been used to round it out, or that, possibly, the cups of one administration had been set upon the saucers of another. The boys were fortunate that they did not cause any permanent mischief. But mud had been smeared plentifully upon the china, the shelves, and the glass. The startling condition of these exhibits must have been remarked by White House visitors streaming through the corridor every day at certain hours for some 10 days had elapsed before the official rectification had been made. Quentin knew and instantly reported to the gang when the cabinets had been unlocked and their contents put to rights. He had passed nonchalantly before the cabinets every day.